Hello and welcome back to my channel. How are we doing? Are we doing okay? Are we doing okay? Because for me, this is like day 21 or 22 of self-isolation, and from what everyone's been talking about, including the government, this is what life is going to be like for the next several months. So let's get used to it, I guess. But that's okay. Luckily for me, I am stuck at home, but I have you, wonderful viewers, and this wonderful video camera, so I can continue to make videos about important things to help all of us in this situation. And so for this video, I want to dive deep into something that I think a lot of people still have a lot of questions about, because I mean, it's a new relief program that really just started taking shape a few weeks ago. So I want to talk to you in this video about what is going on, what are the things that you need to know about the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, or as I like to call it, CERB. Okay, so let's talk about CERB, which I actually have no idea if anyone else calls it CERB. I have really been limiting me watching the news. I've been doing a lot more reading, so I've never heard of anyone actually say CERB out loud. So if no one is calling it CERB, they're calling it CERB or something, I'm sorry, I'm in self-isolation. Like, what do you want me to do? So CERB, the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, whatever you want to call it, what exactly is it? So it is a program that's been developed by the Canadian government to help people that are, losing a ton of work because of COVID-19. And so basically it is a response because a ton of people, like millions of Canadians, were applying for employment insurance, and they realized, okay, well, we need to figure something out because this is not working for all of us. And so in response to that, they developed this program called CERB, and it is basically a way for people that are either employed or self-employed who have lost work or have been, specifically affected by COVID-19 to have some sort of financial relief. Now, of course, there are a ton of criteria and not everyone is eligible. So that's what I really want to talk about in this video. So I should probably start with what exactly this benefit is. So it will provide you, if you are eligible, to get $500 per week for up to 16 weeks. In other words, that looks like $2,000 per month for 4 months. The important thing to note, though, is it's not just free money. It is taxable. It's not tax-free. So once you get that check or that direct deposit into your bank account, you need to set aside a portion of that for income taxes. Now, as someone like me who's self-employed, totally used to that, whenever I get any kind of payment from a client or, a company or something like that, I always make sure to take a portion of that into a special savings account for tax time. But if you're an employee and you're totally not used to that, what's really important for you to do is find out what your average tax rate is. Look at, if you're filing your 2019 taxes, then use that as a reference point. Maybe as an example, it's 25%. That's your average tax rate. Then once you get this benefit, make sure to set aside 25% in a savings account. Don't touch it for tax time. Okay, so now you may be wondering, so am I eligible? How do I know? Now, there is a bunch of different criteria, which I'm going to share with you right now. Now, first, you need to be at least 15 years old, and you also need to, obviously, reside in Canada. Next, of course, you are only eligible if you lost employment. You can no longer earn an income because you were directly affected by COVID-19. And this applies to people who are self-employed and employees. However, if you quit your job, if you voluntarily left your job, then you are ineligible. I will, of course, include links in the description of this video so you can look more into that, but it's just really important that you know that you can't, this again is not just free money. It's like, oh great, I wasn't working and now I get free money. It's really important to note that it has to be that you were affected by this pandemic and now you need income to live, because you would be fine if this pandemic just didn't happen. Next, you'll need to prove that you earned at least $5,000 in the year 2019 or the prior 12 months up to the date of you applying for this benefit. So if you just didn't work at all and didn't earn a penny in 2019, you are not eligible to get this benefit. Next, you'll need to prove that you've been without employment or self-employment income for 14 consecutive days within a 4-week period. Now, if you're self-employed like me, then you really need to look at some of your income from the past 4 weeks. I mean, for me, my income comes in sporadically. I'm invoicing at lots of different times. That being said, I have definitely lost a ton of income because of COVID-19. So the only way that I would be eligible for this is I really need to look at, my accounting from the past several weeks and see if I am actually eligible. I fit into this particular criteria. Now, after that, for future CERB payments, you also need to prove that you are not earning any income whatsoever. So again, if you're self-employed and earning, a couple $100 here and there, you won't be eligible for future benefit payments. You have to prove that you're not earning a dime, and that is why you need this benefit, so you can have some income to pay some of your expenses or bills. So obviously, if you're self-employed like me, this program isn't great. I'm probably ineligible, even though I have lost all of my income, but it's because I do have some other little sources of income that come in sporadically. So it'll probably make me ineligible because I may earn some money in the future, but it's just not super kind of consistent. And so I'm probably not going to be able to participate in this, even though this could be very helpful for me, who is running her own business, still has personal expenses and business expenses. So hopefully the government will release some other program for people like you, me, who have a small business or self-employed. But right now, this is what's available. So definitely make sure to look into it to see if you are maybe eligible, at least for that first kind of benefit payment for that 14 consecutive days of not earning any income. Now, this benefit is not just open forever. It is basically available from March 15th, which is already passed, obviously, all the way up to October 3rd, 2020. And starting on April 6th, that is when you can start applying for this program. I will include the link so you can find out the application portal. But just so you know, it's not actually as simple as just going to the portal and applying. It really depends on what month you were born in, because they are only allowing you to apply on certain days depending on what your birth month is. For instance, if you were born January, February, or March, you can apply on Mondays. April, May, June, that's Tuesdays. July, August, September, that's Wednesdays. And October, November, December, you can apply on Thursdays. And then anyone can apply on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I'm sure you have a ton more questions than what I presented to you. So I'm going to include a really helpful link I found online to a page on the government's website that has a bunch of frequently asked questions. So most likely one of your questions will be answered there, but I will definitely be doing more, and I'm sure update this video as more developments happen. As you know, if you've been following the news just like me, things are changing not just week to week, but day by day. So I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible, since you can now apply for this program. And it seems like most of the information is out there. So it's easy to kind of figure out what is actually going on without trying to wait for the government to announce something else. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you. And I also hope they develop more programs to help other small businesses and self-employed people like you and me. So we'll see. Maybe they won't, then we'll just have to figure it out ourselves. But in any case, hopefully this program will be helpful to you. One thing I do want to implore you is, if you feel like maybe you did lose all of your income, you've been laid off, but you have a sizable emergency fund and you're like, oh no, I'm fine. I may be eligible for this, but I don't think I'll apply. I would suggest still looking into it. And if you are eligible, apply for it. I mean, we don't know how long this is all going to last. And the best thing that you can do is to preserve that emergency fund, to really only use it when you really, really need it. There is a benefit here that if you're eligible for it, take advantage of it. For me, if I were eligible, I would definitely be taking advantage of this program. Now, of course, if you have any other questions about this program or other relief programs, or any questions about anything that's been going on right now, because I know it is a very intense time, please let me know in the comments, because I can either find an answer for you or make a future video about it, because I'm just gonna be here. Just gonna be here forever. What it seems. I'm gonna be here for a very long time, and it honestly has been very helpful for me to keep busy and keep making videos like this so I can hopefully help you when you're also freaking out about your financial situation. Well, that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like it if you liked it, comment if you want to comment, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to this channel, and also, in case you don't know, I am an accredited financial counselor, which means I offer financial counseling help to those who are looking for it. And for the longest time, I was not taking on any new clients because I just did not have the capacity. That has obviously changed. So I am opening up slots to my financial counseling program. So if you want to work with me one-on-one to help you with your particular financial situation, well, hit me up. You can go to jessicamorehouse.com/financial counseling to learn more. All right, that is it for me. Thanks so much. I will be back very soon with another video. Until then, see you next time.